A review on the Bartnelli 1105 T-leg ironing board with a cotton cover. I actually purchased this through a website called TOMOSON at a discounted price in exchange for a review, but all opinions are completely my own. And we're going to go ahead and get started and take a look at the product. First thing you're going to notice just by looking at it, I'll hold it up here a little higher so you can see. The ironing board itself is rather large. I think the size of it is actually 51 inches long by 19 inches wide. So it is a larger ironing board. Gives you a larger surface to iron on. I think that's great because I don't like having to iron clothes and have a pair of pants and have half of them hanging off because my ironing board's not long enough. So I really like the size of it. The weight is about 20 pounds, so it is on the little heavier side, but I don't mind it at all. I think it's still very easy to maneuver, very easy to stand up, put away. So I really don't think that has an effect on it. This is a European-made ironing board too. The T-leg that they're saying in the name is this solid leg here. That's the T-leg. And I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple other features here as I talk to you about it. I really like, overall, I will say, it is a very sturdy ironing board. And I like that. I've actually leaned on it a little bit, put some weight on it, and it does give naturally, but it's still very sturdy. It's not, I don't feel like it's going to collapse on me or anything like that. So that's definitely a plus. We'll go ahead and get started on one of the first features. And this is actually kind of like a two-in-one thing here. But this is the steam iron rest. And as you can see, it is connected to the ironing board. It is fairly stable and sturdy. The purpose of this is to put your iron on it, and it gives you a flat, sturdy surface to sit your iron on, so you don't have to worry about it falling over. And then these rails here that run all the way around is for you to put hangers on, and then when you're done ironing your clothes, you can actually stick them on a hanger and hang them on this rest here. So I think that's a great addition too, because that way you can kind of iron all your clothes at once and just hang them up there rather than ironing a little bit and then going and putting them away rather than laying them down and take the risk of getting the wrinkles back. So that's definitely a great addition to the ironing board. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the cotton cover. There's the design of it. I really like the design. I just think it's a really cool design. I like the color scheme of it too. So we'll go ahead and, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is a lot of give when you push on it. And the reason for that is this is I think it was like an extra thick cotton cover, plus they added foam and felt in order to withstand the heat so that your clothes don't stick to the cover. I think that's great. I've never had clothes stick to an ironing board, but I like the feature that's there to prevent it, just in case. Go ahead and show you underneath here. And this is just like the metal mesh material that I think is on most ironing boards. It just kind of allows the steam to travel through and evaporate. And then we have this little lever here, and this is the purpose of height adjustment. The ironing board itself, the description says there are 4 different height adjustments, and you can start at 30 inches and go all the way up to 38 inches. I have actually found that there are more than 4 height adjustments just by playing around with it, and I'll show you that later. But I think it's great that you do have the ability to adjust the height, because then that way, if you have more than one person in the household that irons, then they can kind of, I guess, customize it to their height. So that's a really good feature. And I just like how sturdy the legs are. You can tell when you unfold it and you fold it back up. The legs are made of a really sturdy material. And I don't know if you can see or not, I doubt it. I'll go ahead and try. Might have to show you later. Yeah, but underneath the legs, there are protective, it's right here where it meets the floor on this side and then over on that side as well. There is a protective, I don't know if it's like a rubber piece or whatever the case may be, but the feet do have a protective coating on them so that they will not scratch the floor. So that's also a definite plus, especially if you have hardwood floors like I have and you don't want to scratch it up. Let me just let you look around here. The legs themselves do lock when the ironing board is in this position, and that prevents it from collapsing. And the legs also lock when you fold it up for storage. The ironing board itself does fold up flat for storage, so kind of makes it easy to store. Granted, you have to have a lot of room height-wise, but as far as width, when you fold it up, it's not very wide at all. So that's always a plus. And show you real quick just a couple different things. First thing I'm going to show you is how to actually put it down, all the way down for storage. So go ahead and you just take the lever and you pop it down. And as you can see, it goes really flat. And then up. And it's really thin width, so you can pretty much stick it anywhere. And it just sits along the wall like that. And here is the protective covers, I guess you could say, they're on the legs that I was telling you about earlier. So just to give you a better idea. And like I said before, it is kind of on the heavier side, so just a heads up on that. And then in order to open it back up, you push the handle in. And as you can see, the height adjustment is very easy to do. Everything is pretty much controlled by this little lever here, so it's simple to do. You can do it higher or you can do it lower. And like I said before, the description said there's only 4 height adjustments, but as you can see, there's a lot of different ones that you can do. So there's a lot of different adjustments. You just have to play with it and get what's comfortable. So if you're interested in purchasing this product or at least checking it out, I'll put the link in the description below. And if you are interested in becoming a member of TOMOSON and reviewing products like this, then I will put that link in the description below as well. And thanks for watching.